Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, what are we shooting for next?
You're on a path.
Yes. End of the world, end of the world. Uh... Continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed! I'm not feeling very talkative right now.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
You'll need it if you want to do this right. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the table.
The music stops.
To slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's just keep on going.
You're still listening to reason.
Now if we go cold...
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
And we decide not to kill her.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm actually gonna save here. Step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Drop the blade.
The blade
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment,
Alright.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Alright. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit, and get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like
There we
a pretty
go.
good compromise.
Compromise.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
She's being honest.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Understandable.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. Made my choice, narrator son. Lock here in the
I
basement.
know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Yeah, on that we
Turn
agree.
back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Right?
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Feel like we've gone down this path with the other princess, than going bladeless. Stick to the plan, locking her down
For
here.
all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
Did we get haunted last
You
time?
close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Yeah, that's when we get to Nightmare Princess. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying
It's
her.
never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry.
Let's see what's left behind here.
You
Oh,
turn
hi!
to the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
She's ready to throw hands.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Biff! Pow!
Have hesitated.
Sock!
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Oh, this is gonna get us to the...
As you lie,
Yep.
crushed and broken on the basement floor,
This is gonna get us to the
the
tower.
princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
So this takes us back.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Alright, we're gonna power through here. Yeah, terrible sense of deja vu.
No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows?
Hello,
There's nothing
Broken.
we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna intermittently skip dialogue, especially since we've seen this before here. This whole thing literally just happened.
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Alright, let's just go.
A warning before you go any further. She
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
This is gonna be the giant
Can I
woman,
tone down the pessimism
giant
just
woman
a smidge?
episode.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
So since we're going to the tower again, let's try and find a different way to resolve the
You're being
tower.
annoying.
Because the way we resolved the tower my first playthrough, we got to the Fury.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the
Oh,
situation,
it's the new...
there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
This is dialogue we didn't see the first time. Maybe because I skipped through dialogue in the first
That's what
chapter.
you want.
I guess I don't have a say here.
We're just kind of reviewing the stakes before we go into this the chapter fully. Just a neat bit of context. Hey, there it is.
Larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
implement. You need it if you want to do this right.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Do our thing, approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
Our customary soul searching.
There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe it off, and it's gone.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without...
Actually... Yeah, we're not going to take it.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the
princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Witness
You weren't
me.
kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Oh yeah, it's pointless to resist.
It
To
doesn't matter what the
have feelings,
says.
whatnot.
He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
There she
towers
is.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed, you know?
Oh no.
Kneel.
Nah.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met?
Aha.
I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Well, I mean... No, I won't tell you.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Can she do that?
Let's find out.
She can't do.
Sounds like a good time.
Confused, meek, a chorus of submissive indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed? It doesn't matter. All of it is easily brushed aside. And there it is.
Oh.
I am destined to end the world. Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Oh dear.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Is Tower the most dangerous of the princesses?
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
If memory serves, if we decide to serve her,
There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
What would you have me do? What do you
All
plan?
you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Oh, okay.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Openly refuse? No, I won't take part in this.
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to defy me now. You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to end me.
What is she talking about? She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed. But it doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever it is she thinks she can make you do. You can still go back and get the blade from upstairs.
Ah, yes.
You can still stop her.
Hang on, let me be right back. It takes 5 minutes to free climb the first step.
We're already here, and we already made our choice, and there are so many tall stairs between us and that altar. You're right about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around right now, take the blade and save the damn world.
Even now your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by conflict with yourself. But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it? There's something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart.
You know... When we enter the long quiet, after all the voices are cleared from us, we can see clearly into the mirror. When we encounter the mirror in the cabin, it's covered with a layer of grime. And it always disappears before we can wipe the grime off. If there's somehow a world where we could successfully wipe the grime off of the mirror in the cabin, would that wipe the narrator out of our head? Just spitballing here, being a little floppy.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Uh-oh. You're getting Dom too?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I've always been fine.
I love this.
No, this isn't right. What do? We can't just let her control us like this. I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about can or can't. It isn't even about will or won't. There is only one path in front of us, and we will walk it.
Such a beautiful meta power trip.
We'll just refuse.
Any case where the narrator gets subsumed or forced out or ignored.
Refuse her in the end. What are you supposed to do? We're all prisoners here. Some of us are just willing to embrace our chains.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
Ooh?
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The apotheosis. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin. This is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird.
Hello, Paranoid.
Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us. This is bad. Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I don't. Right. If all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess. No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that.
Oh, do you remember giving...
Fine, just out with her already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you'll have lost speaking privileges. You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written? Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power, so you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin, and slay her before things get any more out of hand. Are our thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger?
No, perception of power.
God, and she is limitless.
In this case, it's purely perception of power, isn't it? She just completely stomps the shit out of us. The last thing we see before we die is her standing above us, looking smug. that sort of shifts the power dynamic of our reincarnation.
You hear those two with their runaway thoughts. I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Yeah. Ooh, we have questions. Run away.
But a great and horrible change is already underway. The ground quakes beneath your feet, and you feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway, then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Oh, this is concerning.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Much appreciated. Oh,
Step
God.
forward. The cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Okay, this soundtrack and this scene we're setting has extreme final boss energy. Witness your better's ascension. Oh my God.
You watch in paralyzed
Holy
horror and terror
shit.
as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Holy shit.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
This is the princess that the narrator tries to sell us on killing. This is the princess that the narrator tries to sell us on killing each time, even when she seems completely innocent, demure, or just, like, utterly a normal human prisoner like you or me. This is the...
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Whoa!
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Oh boy. What happens if we embrace our goddess? Did we save? Did save. Embrace your new goddess.
This was our only real choice. Even the ground itself kneels to her.
It was all turned to dust so easily. Is it even real?
Fill the empty seat by my side. Join me for a new dawn.
You fool. You can feel the pull of her gravity catch you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Come to me.
Her words are like a gentle tug, drawing you closer to the mountain of her body. You land softly on her shoulder. Her skin is warm and comforting. This really is the end. Is it the end? We're still here.
He's gone, though. Night sky unweaves into a textured nothingness. He does not respond.
There's nothing left but us and her. Even the dust is gone. The prying fingers were him. They were all him. And now he's gone.
She's the answer to our questions. She always has been. He tried to blind you all. But she broke through his lies, as she always would.
What happens now? Even though the whole world turned to nothing, we still exist. And if we're real, then there must be something else that's real, something that's been hidden from us. We have to find it.
The cry of the long quiet is still creeping its way in to our earshot.
Keeping us from my ascension. A play of shadows dancing on the wall.
Yes, she understands.
Oh, Princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers into its divine flesh. Her touch is soft.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
See? This is nice. We're safe. She's helping us. She's helping everyone.
Your grip tightens, and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension, like an endless sea of hands falling on you one after another, before finally collapsing in on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness. Scream in unintelligible agony.
It will be over soon, little bird. And then your eyes will open, and all of this pain will seem but the fading memory of a distant dream.
Soon? Soon? Does that mean there's gonna be more? So many things we believed were real were nothing at all. Just look at the world around us, or lack thereof. Who's to say pain is even real? How about the fact that it hurts?
Oh boy! The textured nothing is ripped open, and with it, you are ripped open. Amid a sea of dissociative pain, you can feel everything that is you pouring out into the ether. You feel something else, too. Anger, and need to lash out and hurt that which is hurting you.
Yes. Hurt her. Do something, anything, to make it stop.
No. If suffering is what she demands of us, suffering is what we'll give. Why would I doubt our God?
We can't endure this. It's all just words and ideas. We're only telling ourselves it's painful. It doesn't have to hurt if we don't think it should.
Make her suffer with you.
Who am I kidding? It's not going to stop unless we make it stop. We have to make it stop.
You are a wave of tendrils racing against themselves, and down the shape of an arm. You snap around it. Relief as a massive burden is lifted from you. You are in one piece. You are in your body. Oh! Your eyes open. Before you is the massive form of the princess, arms bound by the textured nothing. Behind her is a hole in the world leading into something beyond. Something beautiful.
There it is. Something actually real.
I don't know what to say. It's just so beautiful. Doesn't the mere sight make all the misery worth it?
What did you do to me? I was supposed to be perfect. I was supposed to be a god. I was all of those things. And now I'm not. All because of you.
She looks up with futile sorrow at the something beautiful that sits beyond.
We could have had everything. If only you had given me a little more, we could have been free on the wings of my glory. Now we're stuck here. Forever.
We made this prison. And I don't think we can unmake it.
Tearing a hole open in the fabric of this reality felt like tearing a hole in our own body. The long quiet is us. It's our very being. The whole mends shut as it closes. The tendrils loosen their grip, freeing the princess as they retreat.
It's gone. No, how do we get it back? Can we try again? We'll suffer so much better if we get to try again, I promise.
It's so cold here. If this wasn't enough, then what is?
So many hands. so many hands. But you don't get the opportunity to try again, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Actually, though. You're hurting me.
It'll be over soon, little bird. Then your eyes will open, and all of this pain will seem but the fading memory of a distant dream.
Soon? Soon? Does that mean there's gonna be more? So many things we believed were real were nothing at all. Just look at the world around us, or lack thereof. Who's to say pain is even real? How about the fact that it hurts?
Yep, ripped open.
Yes.
We're hurting.
Hurter. Do
We're
something,
mad.
Anything to make it stop.
No. If suffering is what she demands of us, suffering is what we'll give. Why would I doubt our God?
We can't endure this. It's all just words and ideas. We're only telling ourselves it's painful. It doesn't have to hurt if we don't think it should.
Suffer. You continue to lose important pieces of yourself. The memories of entire lifetimes fade away in this space, where your only recollection of them is that something used to be there. You die and are reborn, and die and are reborn, shrinking again and again until there's no you left to die or shrink.
You've done so well, little bird. Behold, the fruit of your anguish.
Eyes open. Are they yours? They don't feel like yours anymore, but there's no other word to describe what they belong to.
Where are we? It doesn't matter. We've never really known where we are, have we?
You're all starting to sound like me.
Under the hole. Your vision focuses, revealing what has been done. The world has opened up, and beyond is something beautiful.
Oh. What is that? I think I want to be there.
It's where we're supposed to be.
It's something actually real.
Oh, it's getting bigger. Oh, we get an actual close look at it. The princess steps forward, bringing you both to the edge of this something beautiful. It is dizzyingly vast. Neither of you cross the threshold. There's a roaring, like underground thunder. She's stopped in place.
Something is holding us back. Is it one of us? Is it part of her? Is it some part of him that managed to cling to this place? I don't think it's me. Would I know if it was me?
After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
Oh! Look down. At the princess's feet writhe the shifting mound, a mass of hands clambering over each other, crawling their way up her body. They start to pull. The mound becomes a sea, and the princess struggles to stay afloat. Keep the two of you close to the hole in the world, and the light of the something beautiful beyond, but she's drowning. As the sea rises, she pulls you from your shoulder and holds you above the tide. You turn back to look at her.
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
Hands reach over hands, pulling at her face, dragging her down to their frigid depths. She's tired and life fades away from her eyes.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
Oh gosh. Princess summons the last of her strength. Her face a shield of purpose and determination. And for final act, she hurls you toward the hole in the world, toward the something beautiful beyond.
Little bird.
No. No. I don't want to be somewhere she isn't. It would always be dark without her.
Can we
It's what
make
she
it?
wants for us. But can we make it? Yeah. We just have to believe. And everything is going to be okay.
Oh no! The hole seals before you can make it to the other side. There's a time to bask in what lies beyond. It is not now. You turn to look back at her, you see that she is gone. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I kind of want that to be my canon ending for this episode, but now we're gonna try and kill.
I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
You'll never make it to her, and even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. If our thoughts are what give her power, maybe it could cut both ways. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. Maybe none of this is real.
Oh, there's no blood is not okay.
With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree.
Well, that's all right.
You close
None
your
of-
eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you.
That's okay. This is not exactly
Then
conventional.
your eyes open, settling on your target.
It's time to kill.
It's time.
Embrace your destiny.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel the pull of her gravity catch you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
Assail the
You're
unassailable.
not going to win. You know that, right? What are you even going to do with that tiny knife? Give her a scratch?
It's the shadow of the Colossus, princess.
You still don't get it, do you? We can be whatever we want to be. Nothing is real. It all might as well just be a dream. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Of course, I'm not okay. I've never been okay. But maybe I needed to never be okay for us to make this happen.
I'm not okay, but this is fine.
As you fall towards the princess, you swing the blade in a massive arc, putting
Holy
all
shit.
of your strength behind it. It cuts a shockwave through the very air, splitting everything in its path.
We've got full hearts. We've got sword beams.
Be enough.
Broken?
How unexpected.
As the blow lands, the entire world shakes. The outline of the princess disappears into a storm of dust and debris.
Sorry?
Could we have done that the whole time?
It was a fluke, I'm sure. An accident, that's all.
It won't be a fluke if we do it again.
Oh, okay. All right.
As the dust settles, the form of the princess comes back into view. Her skin and vestments are lightly scuffed, but her body is whole, and her face is full of self-righteous fury.
All right.
At least we made her mad. That has to count for something.
So we made the climb and got the first hit on the boss. Now it's time for us. Now we get. That's how these boss fights work, right? We get tossed back to the bottom. We have to climb back up, hit her again.
But she holds her anger back.
Oh,
Her eyes close.
all of
A
them.
gentle smile curls across her lips.
All of them. All 1,000.
And so the little bird has found his heart at the end of the world.
Her eyes flit open, pupils narrowing on your form.
But is it courage that courses through his veins? Or is it madness?
The world around her stills. The debris stops in place. and the air is calm and silent.
You walk on a razor's edge. It won't be long before you slip.
Funny about that. We just had a hell of a run-in with a razor. Whoa.
Then, in an instant, thought comes at you.
Oh no.
You are pelted with stone after massive stone, even the pebbles slicing through you like bullets. You cannot hope to so much as move as the bombardment continues, your body being destroyed bit by bit, crushed under the mass of wood.
Good lord. Girl just cast Pterodine on me.
It's over. You had your moment, I'll give you that. But that's all it was. Hope it was worth it.
Yeah, actually kind of was.
Enough with the yous. Whether you like it or not, you're a part of us. Hell, whether I like it or not, you're a part of us. That was your moment too. And we can have another if we all work together. She's not your perfect goddess, just look at what she's doing to you, her most loyal servant.
Yeah.
This isn't very nice, but we did make her angry. Isn't it what we deserve?
Who deserves something like this? She wants her freedom at the expense of ours, and she's willing to destroy us over and over again if it helps her. What kind of god does that? Stop deluding yourself. If we're going to make this work, all of us need to see the truth.
But I love her.
And she doesn't love you. She doesn't even know you exist. You are just a tiny part of an obstacle, and she is currently in the process of destroying said obstacle, so I suggest you snap out of it now while you still can.
Narrator here, still your doubts.
All at once the pressure breaks. You burst through a mountain of debris and straight for the princess's heart. As you soar towards her, the eyes on her vestments open wide, the light of their gaze slowing your pursuit as more and more matter continues to assail you.
But it's not enough to stop us, is it? We're going to make it to her.
It's not enough to stop us. It doesn't matter. Da-dum-tsh.
You are. As you draw near, you
Holy
extend
shit.
your blade, readying a powerful strike. It sings through the air
Holy shit, that's a big blade.
and is met with a barrier of light. You remain frozen in midair, the two of you unblinking, waiting to see who breaks first. And then we win. Right? That's what... Why isn't it happening? Did we do something wrong? Were all these powerful, heroic thoughts not enough?
They got us a bigger sword.
I believe in us. Isn't that enough?
Maybe we should just cast
Yes.
Tetracon.
We got the rules wrong.
Oh?
I'm sorry. I think I messed this up.
What you mean? Alright. Then what do we do? I thought you said that all this was like a dream. That we could choose how it goes. Why can't we choose to win?
The thing with dreams is that they always end.
An admirable effort, but one that would never have succeeded. Come, let us leave this world of illusions.
She's trying to undermine you. She's lying. Don't listen to her.
Oh. Before he can finish his thought, he's gone and your blade has vanished from your hand. What around you unravels into a textured nothing.
You have no weapon. Your will has been conquered.
Is she going to hurt us now?
Oh. The princess reaches forward into the textured nothing and buries her fingers in its divine flesh. Her touch is soft.
Oh. That feels nice.
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
Oh. Yep, here we go. Pain, 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 any pain.
She's hurting us again. I've never hurt like this before.
She isn't even touching us. How could she hurt us without touching us? Unless all of this is us. No, we can't be this. But it feels like she's ripping us apart.
Ironic that Paranoid, of all people, is bloody right. There's a lot to take in here. Right back.
Maybe if we feel all of this nothing, maybe we can use it. Anything to make this stop. Anything to make her feel what we feel.
Damn, even Broken's in it. Wait for attendees. Okay. So once she starts tearing at this, so this kind of loops back into itself here. Oh. And submit.
We have to be able to do something to help.
I think this is the end.
Oh.
You have been the only thing I've ever known. Fly, little bird.
Fly, broken wings. Actually, we just have to push harder. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't a way for us to win.
Right, so come on, push, all of you.
I'll do my best.
All right, one last try. You continue the struggle,
Oh.
the blade kicking up sparks as it grinds against the princess's barrier. You're getting to her.
Your persistence is admirable, but it's misplaced.
We're so much more than I thought we were. It won't be misplaced if we win.
You ignore the princess's words and push a little further, and then crack.
Oh.
And where that crack formed, another forms, and then another. Finally, it shatters. We did it. We actually did it.
Now strike.
The princess's face
Ooh.
remains serene as your blade plummets towards her heart.
A victory, but one that remains rooted in the material. And I am beyond that now. Come, let us leave this world of illusions.
For your blade can pierce her heart, it is vanished. It is vanished from your hand. This world around you unravels into a textured nothing, and here we go again.
You have no weapon. Our battle is at an end.
Hey, that got me an achievement.
Is she going to hurt us now?
Let's just power through, see where this gets us. Unfurls.
Maybe if we...
Your wave of tendrils racing against themselves and down the shape of an arm. You snap around it.
But that isn't enough, is it? We can show her more. We can show her what she's done to us. We can make her understand. We can make her feel what we've felt.
Wow, how far Broken has fallen. Oh, wow. Your awareness shifts between undulating fibers of nothingness that is somehow outside of your body, but part of it. Time yields the feeling. You wrap tight around wrist, ankle, neck, and pull from her heart the whole of her experience. In return, she pulls from your heart the whole of yours. So much of her is empty bluster. Boasts muttered first in quiet to give an empty life a sense of meaning, then the same boasts wrapped in a bow of true belief. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Belief turned to arrogance, arrogance that shatters as she finally sees something other than herself.
Oh, we've both hurt each other so very much, haven't we?
That's real. That's super real. Okay, I'm at least glad. Yeah, this group wouldn't do the first. Oh, wow. Your eyes open. She's bound to you, and you are bound to her. Hollow echoes of what you used to be.
I can hear your voices prattle in my head. I was never going to ascend. This is all so very small. I'm so very small. A I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's two different outcomes, though. Oh, that's two different. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's an entirely different outcome here. But you not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Share your darkest pain and paranoia with a divine being. We've unraveled her. We got a bunch of achievements in this. Silence as you approach. Gaze to reflection. Silence to reach forward. They're gone once again. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Yeah. Hero, paranoid, and broken all left once we got intertwined with the princess. Does that mean they went with her? You withered. Let's see how this plays out. You're in the long quiet once again. We are the long quiet. Oh wow. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Alright, what do you think of this vessel?
This one sits at the cusp of awakening, a new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. So we've given you a cruel heart and a terrifying heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
What a terrifying princess we're making for you. How many?
We will know when we near our destination.
Each one of us always hurts the other.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Yes, actually, you're torturing me and I hate it.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
Still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Still not care what I bring back, what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
The tiny hands holding our eyes closed is a very powerful choice. Alright. Before we go, you can see ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. It brought the apotheosis to her. A curious series of events. Before we go, we could see if we actually get to do anything here before we just get shut down right now. Not going to the cabin until I have answers. What am I?
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble. breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift.
All right, all right.
Able to grip solid
Fine.
ground as you're dragged.
Coincidentally, tying her down also gives us
This
a new
It doesn't
achievement.
feel right. It feels different. Final. It's calling us. And not in a good way. I don't want to look at us.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze. You've withered. Now this should actually be the same. Yep. Alright, won't do that. At the end of it all, everything goes dark and you die. There's nothing else to see here.